Gaurang the Motivator. In my previous video, I had discussed about the problems of a child. The first problem what I discussed with you about the problem of a child was the child does not remember what he reads. Before I go to the topic, have a look at this video. If I ask you several questions like name the movie, or who is the director of the movie, or who is the actor of the movie, who is the actress of the movie, or who is Katappa, who has played the role of Katappa, and how much money have they invested for this movie, you are able to answer all these questions as though you have watched this movie only for once. Now, question yourself, what made you to remember the questions what I have asked you, or to get the answers of the questions what I have asked you? You have seen or watched the movie only once, and watching the movie once, you are able to get all the answers of this question. But why not this in your academics is the question, right? Before I begin this topic, I would like to tell you one small story. Imagine that you are going to a doctor with some problem, and you say your problems to the doctor. The doctor diagnoses your problem and prescribes some medicines to you to take in particular timings. And you take the prescription, go home and just throw it away, and you do your routine once again. Now, what's the use of going to the doctor? What's the use of taking the prescription? Just by taking the prescription, your problem will not solve. To get the solution for your problem, you had to take the tablets what were given by the doctor or prescribed by the doctor, and take it according to the timings, implement it, then you would get the success, right? Your problem would be solved. In the same way, today I am prescribing you the solution for problem of a child, and if you don't implement it, then it's the waste of watching this video. And I promise you that if you implement what I am giving to you today, you will achieve 100% success in your academics. And today I am going to prescribe you 2 medicines for the solutions of problem of a child. Those are, number 1, eagerness. Number 2, inspiration. These are the 2 medicines. I repeat once again. 1 is eagerness. Number 2, inspiration. Coming to the point, now, how could you remember the movie which was released 2 years ago, and that too you have watched the movie only once? The first thing developed in you was eagerness to watch the movie, and this eagerness was not given by any teachers, nor parents, nor myself. It was the eagerness which came from within yourself. The same eagerness made you to reach the theater, and the same eagerness that you had that particular day made you to remember even today about the movie completely? Motivation which is coming from outside inward has a limitation. Inspiration which comes from inwards out doesn't have limitations. So bring the inspiration from inwards out. Awake that inspiration out, saying that I have to do something. I have to do something. So the two words, eagerness and inspiration, makes you to remember everything that you read. So the second point in the problem of a child was a child gets distracted from studies. Now tell me that, did you get distracted while watching that movie? No, right? It was because you were in the visualization and imagination of the movie. Now, when you sit for studies, if you are getting distracted, then immediately go for the visualization and the imagination of the topic or the subject that you are studying. Now, the third problem of a child was that he is interested in playing and not in studies. Do you know why it happens so? Let me give an example. Suppose your favorite dish is pizza. Okay, we'll take an example of pizza. I will serve you the pizza for the breakfast in the morning, for the lunch in the noon, and for the dinner in the night. I continue this process every day, okay, serving you only pizzas, not anything else. How will you feel about having your favorite dish after a week? Will you like it? So what you have to do is, you have to fix a particular time for studies, and that time must be minimum 4 hours per day. It is very important that you should know that to play you are getting the inspiration from inside, and to study you are getting the motivation from outside. So when you inspire yourself from inside, you will do the best in studies. Before I conclude this video, children, I would like to tell you that please give importance for recalling. What is recalling? It is not important how much you read or write. It is important how much you recall what you read and write. Once you sit and read a concept, please recall that concept after giving a 5 minutes gap, then later an hour gap, and at the end of the day. This recalling helps you to perform well in the board examinations, because examinations are nothing but recalling what you have read. Rest of the solutions on the problem of a child will be discussed in my next video, Solutions for the Problems of a Child, Part 2. Till then, stay tuned for the channel Gaurang the Motivator. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.